Welcome back, folks. We had the Dow Industrials finish down 33, NASDAQ off 5.5, S&P's off 1.5. And you talk about timely, folks. It always seems to happen. It's a beautiful thing. We get Janet Yellen speaking tomorrow morning, Jackson Hole at 10 o'clock. Our guest today is Chris Gaffney. Chris is the president of Everbank World Markets. Everbank has some amazing products, folks. What we're going to be talking about today is the market-safe, focused commodity CD. And you can come over, you can go to everbank.com/TFNN. Follow along with Chris and I as we go through this product. These products that Everbank have, folks, one of the most unique things about them is your principal is 100% protected. Not only that, the fees, there is 0 monthly fee when you open these accounts, folks. Chris Gaffney, welcome back to TFNN.
It is great to be here, Tom.
I'm telling you, man. You know, I don't know if the whole world is on edge. Certainly the world that you and I live in, and the market is on edge for 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
We'll have to see what Janet decides, or decides to tell us, rather, and see if she's going to sound as dovish as perhaps the statement was, or if she takes a hawkish tone. But I've got to believe that, you know, I'm a firm believer rates are going to stay lower for longer. I don't think that any of the data that we've seen, especially that U.S. GDP data, justify a rate increase right now. So,
right. And when you see the world rates, right, we are high. The 10-year is at 1.57. Like, right. And France is at 1/10%. It's like that doesn't even make any sense.
Japan, you know, Switzerland,
negative,
Europe are negative. In Germany, negative. So, yeah, and with negative interest rates or very low interest rates, it actually makes it more attractive to be in some of these investments that perhaps don't pay a fixed rate of interest like our market safe CD. You're giving up a fixed rate of interest, but that's not really giving up that much, and the opportunity is much higher. Obviously, at this, you know, you've got the opportunity to earn up to 50% if commodities prices start moving back higher.
Yes. So let's talk about it. So this is a, you know, we've done a few of these products, folks. This product here, bottom line is that it's open today. Okay, you can fund this today. It's a $1,500 minimum. But guess what? You can do 100,000, 200,000. It's IRA eligible, all the above. The funding deadline is October 13th. Now let's talk about the commodities so we can walk them through it. We have gold, silver, copper, nickel, soybeans, and sugar, right?
Right, and you know, the last market safe that we did, I'm sure some of your listeners remember, was based on commodity-based currencies. But while we were, you know, callers to the desk were telling us, you know, I'm not really interested in that. Why don't you do one with the commodities? You know, okay. I'm interested in buying the commodities. So, and the commodities, gold, silver, copper, nickel, all important metals. Of course, gold and silver are the precious metals. But yes. Nickel and copper are more industrial type metals, and really, if you look at the charts, all of these commodities really took a hit from, you know, around 2011 down to really the beginning of this year, and pretty dramatic drop. And now in January they started to move back higher. Certainly had a very good first quarter and a decent second quarter. So the first half of the year they moved higher. But since then, they've kind of taken a pause, and we think that, you know, it's not a turning point. We think that you're going to see this commodity rally start back up again, and when you do, I think this product is going to bring you returns.
And folks, this is what's so cool about this. So watch this. What happens is that the funding deadline is October 13th. The issue date for the fund is going to be on the 24th. So what happens is that from October 24th, then you go 1 full year, and whatever those commodities do, you will get up to 50%. Is that correct, Chris?
It's maxed out at 50%.
Right.
Yeah, the cap on it's going to be 50%. And there is an annual averaging. So what we're going to do, Tom, is we're going to take a reading of the price of those 6 different commodities on the first pricing date, and then we'll compare that original price to 5 annual pricing dates.
Yes.
And then that increase is then calculated to become the upside of the CD. We cap those annual readings at 50%. So the maximum you're going to get over the 5-year period on this CD is 50%. And again, it's going to all depend on where those commodity prices go. There is no downside, though, and that's really an important point. You brought it up first thing. The key to the market safe is that there's no risk to your principal. So even if the commodity markets go back into a bear cycle and drop dramatically,
sure,
the clients are going to get their original principal back, which is really, as the old saying goes, it's more important the return of principal than the return on principal. But in this case, you've got a chance of getting a pretty good return on that principal also.
And you know what's so cool here, folks, is this. Commodities, okay, you don't want to be, let's put it this way, if you're a saver, you really don't want to be trading commodities, okay?
Right.
Because, I trade them, and it's great, but guess what? I would rather be in the insurance business.
It's more of a speculator. Yeah,
exactly.
And especially some of these ag commodities, soybeans, sugar. I mean, those are some pretty volatile commodities, and they're tough to trade. You've got to trade pretty high leverage or pretty big pieces if you're going to get any real return on them.
That's right, and this is a great way to be in that you know that you get your money back, number one. Now, this is pretty cool, folks, is that this is IRA eligible. So, that is money that you want to keep safe at all times. You have an IRA, self-directed IRA, you can get one. You can call Everbank up. They'll walk you through it. 855-750-4051. And that, bottom line, that money's sitting somewhere, folks. And
it's a risk-free way to get exposure to the commodity markets, and that's, you're not going to find a better way to get risk-free exposure to the commodity markets.
It's I just love these products, man. I mean, and it's seriously, and particularly in this type of an environment, because all they're giving up is an opportunity cost. There's plenty of CD people out here. Is an opportunity cost of, okay, what are you going to get in a 5-year? I don't know what it is. Maybe it's 1%. Maybe it's 0.5%. Well, that's all you're giving up, folks.
Yep.
So check it out. You can go to everbank.com/TFNN. That's one way of doing it. Tomorrow you're going to be able to go right on our website and just hit the Everbank banner. You can give them a call at 855-750-4051. It's 855-750-4051. You open up the account. It's real easy to open up the account, folks. You're cooking. And by the way, folks, they have a lot of other products that you're going to love. I mean, it's a beautiful bank. Chris, thank you so much. You have a great one, a safe one, and
always a pleasure.
It's a pleasure, man.
I'm excited to see what happens tomorrow. We'll see what Yellen comes out with.
I'm telling you, I'm going to be up early, no doubt, man.
All right.
Thanks, Chris. Have a great one. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. It's everbank.com/TFNN. If you happen to be in your car driving, whether you're on the East Coast or the West Coast, folks, just come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see the banner there, the phone number's there, all the above is right there. We're going to be right back, folks. Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.